Good morning and welcome to Joyful Mom. We are an online company who focuses on the well-being of you, a mom. My name's Tami Lewis, and I am the founder of Joyful Mom and entrepreneur, businesswoman, stay-at-home mom, speaker. Yeah, I run all these different roles. Today we have something super fun to talk about. We are going to talk about audiobooks. I love a good audio. Oh, and hey, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we want you to join this community with us and keep going with us. Today, I'm going to share with you about 4 different ideas for audiobooks. I don't know if you've ever done audio, but my kids loved to read. Now, your kids may not love to read, but this is a great way to get the classics into them. My kids did love to read, and we had really worked that through something called Book Basket. And I'll tell you about that, and I'm sure I've got a video on it. Just look in my videos for Book Basket. But we had kind of honed that in with them. But something that we enjoyed doing was audiobooks. In the car rides, we would always put on an audio. When they were in room time, we would put on an audio. When they were just playing, we would put on an audio. For lunch, we did a lot of audiobooks. Why? Because it truly gets the classics into them without you having to do much. You literally press play. Now, one of the things that we did was we also taught the Bible through audiobooks. I would sit there and complain to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm not doing a good job of teaching them the Bible. We're not reading it regularly. Like, you may be better than I am at that, but I wasn't reading it regularly with my mom. And she goes, hey, do you know your kids know the Bible better than most children? And I don't say that to brag. They really did. And why did they know that? I will show you right now. We'll get right into the audiobooks. This one right here, it's called Your Story Hour. This changed my world. My kids would literally go to Sunday school, and the Sunday school teacher would say, okay, does anybody know the answer to this question? Now, Shiloh, you may not answer this. Shiloh's my oldest son. And they wouldn't let him answer because he knew everything. He was one of those like obnoxious kids that's like, I know. But how did he know without me really teaching that much? Ta-da! Your Story Hour. We would listen to these constantly. We always had one going in the home. And what are these? They are dramatized versions of the Bible. And so they'll take a story, like this one is album number 1. So it starts with Adam and Eve. And then it goes through Cain and Abel. It goes through all the way to Moses and the plagues. And it teaches them, you're getting kind of a glare on that, sorry. It teaches them the Bible stories through drama. And so they're actually hearing it as if it's live and actually happening. It got that into their hearts so well. So Your Story Hour, they have a whole series from the beginning of the Bible all the way to the end. We own each and every one of them. They were worth the investment. Now, telling you this, I don't get anything from this. I'm just simply sharing. Okay. I don't know how many albums there are, but this has been, we took very good care of it, but over the years, it was, they are CDs. Now, I'm sure that they've upgraded. This was when my kids were little. They still have them, but I'm sure they're not on CDs anymore. Although it was kind of fun. Okay, and Your Story Hour also has history series. So that's another one where you get some history in without having to really do anything. What age would you use this for? As little as you want. Like literally, I think I started this when they were probably 4 or 5. Like as soon as they can understand a story, it's a great one. Okay, the next audio series that I would highly recommend for you is Jonathan Park. Oh my goodness, Jonathan Park is incredible. This is an action adventure. Again, it's a dramatized thing, but it's based on real places and scientific fact. So they are going through basically the theory of evolution versus creationism. And they talk through both of them. I, again, started this when my kids were probably 6 or 7. They started listening to Jonathan Park, and they gained a deeper understanding of our physical world and how it was created and the arguments that evolutionary theory would present to them. It was a fabulous foundation for creationism. Jonathan Park The Adventure Begins, and it is a Vision Forum ministry. Vision Forum. Again, you can find these online now. We just started, well, my kid is 17 now. So we started about 10 years ago and they were still on CD. But they're great, absolutely fabulous. And it is engaging where even I was sitting there going, like, you don't want to get out of the car because you want to hear how it ends. You know, it's that type of series. Jonathan Park, The Adventure Begins. All right, now, those are two of my favorites. If I could start with two, those are the two I would still start with. I'm going to give you two more that I absolutely adore that we used as well. This is called Lamplighter Theater. Now, it doesn't come like this. It was audio downloads, and we downloaded them onto CDs. Again, update, put them onto a USB drive now. But this is what we used. It's called Lamplighter Theater. And what is Lamplighter Theater? They are classic moral character books written in more of an older English verbiage, but the kids could totally follow along, and they were, again, engaged in the storyline, but the story always points to godly character. Fabulous series. They're individual stories. So they're actual books that were written back in, I don't know what age they were written in, probably the early 1900s, late 1800s, maybe earlier, I don't know. But there are individual stories that always point to character. So if you're wanting good character development in your child, Lamplighter Theater. Now, Lamplighter has also the physical books to sell. They're beautiful. They're always done in a gorgeous, look like an old time cover, and they're written in Old English. Fabulous books for godly character. Okay, the last one is Jim Weiss. If you have not heard of Jim Weiss, he's amazing. So they're stories. They're classic stories. This one is Arabian Nights. So there are 4 different stories on this one. The Bird Who Speaks, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, The Fisherman and the Genie. This one is Galileo and the Stargazers. And it goes through Archimedes and the Golden Crown, and then Galileo. So you're, again, getting some of this classic literature. Here's Famously Funny. You get Father William, The Real Princess, The Princess and the Pea, The Emperor's New Clothes. Oh, Jabberwocky. That one's a funny one by Lewis Carroll. The Tiger, the Brahmin, and the Jackal. It's an Indian folk tale. So these are all different folk tales. All of these, he has a ton of different audio series, and they're all done by him alone. So he tells the story with different voices. He's amazing. He'll bring in different characters, and each one he does the different voice, but he's so good and so engaging. And again, the kids learned some of their classic tales through the stories of Jim Weiss. He's amazing. He's so much fun. So these are just 4 audio series that I wanted to recommend to you. I hope it's helpful. There is a link below that has book basket ideas. Just click the little link below this video, and I was actually filming a video. I was like just so excited to talk to you. So there is a link. It will be sent to your email. It's a PDF that has ideas for what I told you about Book Basket. Look that up, what that idea is. And then it gives you all different ideas and topics. And then I'll put in the audio series as well that I recommend, just to give you some ideas on what you can look for. I hope you enjoy these audio series. They really did. It was something I could put in my home that didn't take me a lot of work, but I was giving my kids the classics and some amazing education. Super fun. All right. If you like what you hear here, if I add value to you at all, please subscribe to this channel and share it with others. Like it, comment, subscribe, and share with other moms. Why? Because I really want to create a community of women who support each other and who love one another and give each other ideas and tricks to keep ourselves emotionally healthy. So share it with a mom who might find it valuable as well. God bless, and find joy in your journey today.